whoever wrote this was like, I'm going to catch me a nice, fat, juicy Taliesin. Oh, yeah, this is the one. I love it. I love it. So good. Yeah, this was doing the rounds. Voidstorm doing the rounds a little while ago. A few days ago, I say. And this is, I mean, clearly fake, but of a quality that a lot of people will see this and their first reaction will be like, oh, their heart will skip a beat. They'll lean forward in their chair. They'll catch their breath and get excited. Proper cinematic with Old Gods would be great. I mean, it would be. Here goes Tali promoting his own leaks again. No. I mean, so there's a reason, like there's unbelievable reasons why this is fake. For a start, they would never put the red cross work in progress thing on an unreleased cinematic that isn't in a PTR. And that's the main thing. So the reason this, what they've done is they've gone for the rule of recognition rather than accuracy. Okay, so they know that people have seen cinematics shared from the PTR or data mined or what have you. And they know that these days, when you see some data mined cinematic, it has a red cross over it, right? So, and it says work in progress on it. Something that they started doing ever since the final cinematic of BFA. The in-game cutscene for BFA where N'Zoth takes control of the entire raid party and they all start zombie walking towards him, and then you're like, and you go Super Saiyan and just like shoot the dude. Well, there was a very rough version of that got data mined, and Belilar did a whole video on it. So not the Lord of the Rings bit, no, because that is a pre-rendered cinematic which never get data mined. So everyone was up in arms over it because, it looked shit, also was one of two. And also, so the important thing about the data mine cinematic, the most important thing about it, was that it didn't include any raid party members because it was data mined and it just input a random character into the main kind of character slot. But of course, the actual cinematic had your entire raid party in there as well. Something that was extraordinarily cool. If there were problems with the end of BFA, the final raid of BFA, and the cinematics at the end of BFA, which there were, that in-game cutscene was not one of those problems. That in-game cutscene was awesome. It was so cool. It showed your whole raid team, all just zombie walking towards N'Zoth, dead, and you personally saved not just the entire world, but more importantly, your entire raid team. And that's really cool. That's genuinely awesome. The cinematic after that was not good. And that's fine. That's fair. But that's when they started putting these red crosses over in-game cutscenes in the data, was because of that whole Belilar video where he talked about it. And they were like, it's not finished. Chill out. It's not done. It's not finished. That's what prompted that. So, but as has been pointed out in the chat, and as I've mentioned as well, you never get these for the fully res cinematics, simply because those are never in the data, and you certainly wouldn't get it for an expansion reveal cinematic, because guess what? That shit isn't in the data either, weirdly. It's funny. I can't believe they don't put the 11.0 reveal cinematic in the fucking 10.2 data. But believe it or not, they don't. So yeah, but so what they've done is, in trying to kind of this is kind of a Nigerian prince phishing scam. You know how the idea with the Nigerian prince phishing scam is only idiots will fall for it? Only kind of vulnerable people will fall for it. Only like old people who are easily confused and manipulated. Only people with like no critical thinking skills if they're not old people and infirm, you know, like only vulnerable people will fall for the Nigerian phishing scam. So you always think like, well, why do they do it? You know, and the idea is that it's self-filtering. You know, it's so ridiculous that they can guarantee the only people that will respond will be incredibly easy marks who will then fall for the following steps of the plan as well. And this is kind of like that. This is like, you know, I'm going to do something which, by adding the red cross and stuff to this leak, I am automatically making it obvious that this is a fake leak to anyone who understands the process of how these cinematics are made and how they're presented in the data with this red cross and stuff. But anyone who doesn't know that, they're going to see that red cross and like, so you know, anyone who knows anything about the game is going to know it's a fake. But below that level, people who don't follow the game so closely, they could see this and they could be like, yeah, I've seen data mine cinematics with this shit in front of it. This is real. This is legit. This is incredible. And, you know, I don't know where they got like this graphic for. I guess it could be AI, but it looks great. It looks awesome. Fair play. Mind you, creating stuff in AI is so fucking easy. So easy. It's like embarrassingly easy now. I think some people just want to avoid expansion so bad they believe it confirmation bias. Yeah, well, I'd be surprised if there wasn't any void stuff in the new expansion at all. They hyped N'Zoth to the max and it ended up being a World Cup octopus all along. Does anyone know where this is? This taken from anywhere? What does the text say? I will bring my revenge on those who betrayed us. Standard fare. So no, this is not real. Now, so is this? I don't understand. Is this like supposed to be part of this other leak? Yeah, it is. It is. So, WoW Voidstorm, partial world revamp. Fucking vanilla on the fence, playing it safe. Do you reckon Blizz ever creates their own false leaks to throw people off? This conversation happens every leak season. This conversation happens every single time we're getting ready for a new patch or expansion. And the answer is definitely not. 1,000,000,000% not. Because... like, okay, they are idiots, but you know, to quote again Bellylar, because he lives in my head rent free apparently. You know, they're fucking idiotic apes who should all be fired. No, Blizzard aren't idiots, man. Why would you ever put a fake leak out? Because best case scenario, it's really good and everyone wants it and everyone's disappointed when it doesn't happen. Like, why would you put out a fake leak that might actually be, like, people might like? Like, why would you do that? No, that would be terrible. Can you imagine? Imagine putting out a leak and then people are like, hey, yeah, I really look forward to that. And then it doesn't happen and you're like, oh, shit. Right, okay, so WoW Voidstorm, partial world revamp, of course. Avaloran, 5 zones. This is like the most middle of the road fake leak you could possibly imagine. This one might as well be called 11.0 Milk Toast. 11.0 Everything You Think Already. No new race or class at launch, no shit. Ethereals in 11.1. Oh shit. Playing it safe there with the 11.1 new race and specs, so they can't be proved wrong. At this point, with 10.2 being likely after BlizzCon, don't you get a sense that 10.3 won't happen? I don't get a sense that it won't happen, but yeah, it looks less likely to happen than ever before. I always said that I thought there would be a 10.3, and I think overall, I still think there'll be a 10.3, but at this stage, with everything else, I just wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't. You know? I still overall expect there to be, but I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if there wasn't at this stage. So, I like the theory non-leak that Avaloran is 10.3. Well, when all that stuff first happened, I don't forget that I speculated that Avaloran would be 10.3 rather than a new expansion. And there's a reason for that. It's because the Titans send people to try and get to Avaloran. In the books, the Titans send people to try and get to Avaloran, and they all get killed. And this happens regularly. There's a bunch of like, heathens on Avaloran, and the Titans keep sending people to try and sort them out, and they keep getting like destroyed, and like, the wreckage of their ships washes up and shit like that, and they lose their forces. Now, for me, if Avaloran was beyond the Western storms, beyond the magic storms that no one could get through, and, it's a place that the Titans literally will tell people doesn't exist because they don't want people to go there, and they literally pretend it doesn't exist, that doesn't sound like how they interact with Avaloran to me. That sounds like Avaloran is just some other place, which makes me think I speculated at first that Avaloran was going to be 10.3, and I don't know, man, whatever. I think overall I probably still think that, honestly. Just because they keep sending people there, and I don't think they'd do that if it was beyond the storms. Does that make sense? I could be wrong. Doesn't matter if I am. Right, so 3 new specs. What? Okay. Warrior support, shouts. Hunter support, pets. Shaman tank, earth. Okay, at this stage, do we really think there'll be more augmentation style specs? At this stage, do we actually think there will be more? Really? Okay. Okay. Sure. Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Yeah, I heard a rumor of support Demon Hunter spec. Yeah, no, that will never happen. That would be the fucking worst. Why? What? It just doesn't fit the class fantasy at all. Like, I know everyone is so desperate for there to be a Demon Hunter spec, right? A Demon Hunter, like, a support spec, but it's not going to be. There shouldn't be anyway. Maybe there will be, but there fucking shouldn't be. That's the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard. I'm really sorry. Yeah, let me find the Avaloran book. Hang on. Avaloran book, Dragonflight, Wowhead. Okay, here we go. We've read the Kaz Algar one. Let's just go through the. Just show me the fucking book. Just give me the link, dudes. Here we go. Is it wreckage analysis report? So this is what I mean. Okay. So here it is. Prime Designate, I am writing to confirm that the wreckage discovered on our shores was indeed the remains of our most recent expedition to Avaloran. There were no survivors. This marks the 3rd failed attempt to reach that accursed place in the time since I assumed my post. So the Titans have sent at least 3 expeditions to Avaloran, and the wreckage of those expeditions, because they were destroyed presumably by the people of Avaloran, have come back, which makes me think it's not beyond the Western storms. I don't see people talking about this. People are just like, yeah, Avaloran must be beyond the Western storms. And I'm like, I don't think it is. While I would not presume to question either your authority or your determination, I pray to the Titans that the rumors I hear of a 4th expedition are mere speculation rather than fact. Surely you can see that further pursuit of the heretics is folly. Yes, they must be made to answer for their crimes against Inaria and the other keepers, but their defences are not to be underestimated. Oops. The resources required to breach their lines are simply beyond our current capabilities, at least not without jeopardizing containment of the prisoners in our charge. So it could be like maybe the storms were put there like by the Titans to like just wall off Avaloran. That could also be it. That could be it too. Of course. Though I agree there is a risk allowing their strength to grow, evidence suggests that the aggressive nature of the heretics will cause them to turn on one another and weaken their resolve. Yeah, we assume that the prisoners were the incarnates. That's what we assume, but it could also be the old gods. It could also be the old gods as well. Don't forget. If we can be patient, an opportunity for retribution will present itself. New spec, retribution. I beseech you, Prime Designate, let the fire of your wrath cool, at least for now. Its embers will be rekindled in due time. If not, I fear that I will soon be authoring yet another report of a lost expedition, its final remnants dashed upon rock and wave. Now, do we know who Perithalis is? Is Perithalis in this game? No, Perithalis is only so this could, you're right, this could be very old stuff. This could be like a very old report. It's in Uldaman after all, right? If Avaloran isn't beyond the storm, where could it be? It could be, of course, in the storm. Yeah, all of these things. I mean, it seems like it could be that the magical storm is, part of basically like a Hadrian's Wall kind of thing, right? The Titans, they couldn't take back Avaloran from these heretics, whoever they are, so they built a huge storm wall in the way and started just saying the whole place was made up and didn't exist. Did you hear that they changed Azeroth on the Justicar? Really? In what way? While you're standing there looking at it? How did they change it? I can't be bothered like standing there watching it turn for like 5 hours. How did they change it? Have you seen the Chronicle Netflix show leak? I haven't finished this leak yet. Chill out. Let me do this one first. The idea is going forward that specs that are pure DPS will receive an alternative, either tank, heal, or support. There are no plans for a third Demon Hunter class. No new battleground, new area Colosseum type, 2 new raids at launch, 2 new raids at launch, 1 in Avaloran, 2 bosses, and another one in Kalimdor, 9 bosses. Why? Yeah, I buy that the Titans could have sealed off Avaloran with the storms, totally. I totally buy that. So yeah, no, this leak's entirely fake, unfortunately. Even if you believed anything in the words, alas, the picture proves it fake. They went too far. Okay, I heard they adjusted continents and clouds that support a new continent. Well. Really? What's this? Keyboard. Oh no, keyboard. I always think Ellie is writing these posts because it says keyboard turner, but that's just a rank on MMO champion. You guessed it. This is the expansion called You Guessed It. Dragonflight pre-patch 10.3 involves a blizzard blocking Southwest Azeroth. Night Squall fleet taking players to new shores for duration of patching. Where does this come from? Someone's trying to bait me with this stuff. Set on big boats fighting incoming enemies, events to avoid storms, etc. Dotted patch cadence where ships arrive at new islands and stop temporarily. Can port to and from boats, but ships are often active and sailing. Moving, kinetic environment, not like anything we've had. Wasn't keen on it myself, but initially, but it's good. Feels classic. Pardon me. What's the point of exploration if there's no journey? This is it. Wait, what are they even claiming they're from? Where are they claiming that they're getting from? No pirates is true in a sense. I think, okay, I'm going to tell you something. Yeah, I'm allergic to this. This link has given me like a disease, this leak. I'm gonna make a prediction about this leak. This leak was made by someone in this chat right now. That's my prediction about this leak. Obviously, it's fake. Obviously. My prediction is that this leak was made by someone literally in this chat right now. No pirates is true in a sense. Same way we've been to other continents. Mists, Northrend, without a massive swashbuckling presence. Night Squall is aptly named for being a night elf shaman, manipulating storms. We saw them in Dragonflight. He returns to the new world tree, being a night elf. Not a pirate, but a conquistador. Yeah, you're in this chat right now, motherfucker. RWA, make yourself known. You are here. You're not going to get me like that. You must think I am so easy. I'm not one of those people that get so caught up in their own theories that they're going to believe this kind of shit. That's bait. That's bait. That is... Whoever wrote this was like, I'm going to catch me a nice, fat, juicy Taliesin. Fuck you, whoever you are. Fuck you. Prepare to have your mind blown. The X-Pac is on a vast new continent on the other side of the globe. Incredible stuff, eh? We arrive at Kazalgar and meet the Stormfront. Can access 4 zones. Others are patch-locked. World events are aimed at quelling the storm and exposing more of the map. Actually, kind of feels like Warcraft 3. The dark-shaded, undiscovered map segments. Frost dwarfs, frost elementals, Virinoth's central character, Azure World Chiller, 20th anniversary mount, BlizzCon elemental mount, etc. You get the gist. Storms are parting, the land is thawing, frozen old god body revealed, needing its soul returned to it. Frozen old god body would be fucking incredible. Fucking wonderful. That would be so good. Dude, an island, like, or a new continent or whatever, with a fucking frozen old god in the middle of it. That would be very cool. I gotta hand it to you. That would be very cool. That's a very cool image. I like that very much. No new classes or races. Kultiran, Mechanome, Gnome, Dwarf, Pandaren, Goblin, Vulpero customization quests. Some of these are coming as trading post rotations. This made me queasy. Shaman for all, Paladin for all. Also made me queasy. Level cap raised to 80. Can't hit 80 straight off the bat. 73, 75, 80 cap each part. This is something I've talked about maybe wanting to experiment with in like one patch, one time. This person is definitely in this chat right now. Shame on you. Doesn't hinder access. Can build items on the way to 80 to be used then. You're functionally 80 at 73, but the 80 cap is purely to help it feel like you're chipping away. Genuinely doesn't feel bad, just a different approach to leveling. Management asked, why bother blasting through 10 levels in 6 hours to get to the meat and potatoes? So the new approach is, what's in a number? Invest time and effort to acquiring 75 and 80 cap items early on. No, I did not post this. If I'd posted this, I would have hidden like all of my ideas better. I would have hidden it better if this was me. Yeah, no, that's definitely not real. Okay, great. But well done, whoever is in the chat posting that. Thank you. What else we got? What's this? I can't even be bothered with this one. Wow, 11.0, you're awake. You're finally awake. That fall at yesterday's party in destroyed Stormwind, the capital of Azeroth, looked really bad. Shadowlands, bipedal pandas, what are you talking about? Let's go. The siege of Khazmodan is about to begin. No, it's not woke. It's undoing all the woke. Right, okay. WoW 11.0, Titan Forge. No explanation of how you know this. I appreciate that. New continent, Avaloran. New level cap, 80. New class, Rune Master. No elaboration. No elaboration. Rune Master. Light-based faction that grants light-based abilities. Void-based faction that grants void-based abilities. As is tradition. Path of the Titans from Cataclysm is back. Is back the correct word for something that was never there? It's like saying player housing is back. There was also a supposed copyright leak, Tempest. Oh, what foolish beings these mortals be. No, what foolish... What's the line from the Tempest? What foolish... what fools these mortals be. Okay, thank God. That's the Tempest. Right, good. I forgot Shakespeare for a second there. Big focus on established characters like Battle for Azeroth. My favorite character. Battle for Azeroth. Yeah, okay. So here's the thing. Like, no. Right, what else we got? We are wrong about 11.0 and 10.3. I agree. World of Warcraft, Storming Shores. World of Warcraft, the Storming Shores, level 80. Does that mean we can only access the expansion at level 80? Next X-Pack, World of Warcraft, Tides of Azmaloth. Honestly, probably more likely than many of the ones we've read today. Murlocs have begun swarming. Ever water access area in Azeroth. All but the capital cities are overnight when titanic Murloc gods rise up to claim Azeroth's main seats of power. Written with all, like, yes, in the style. I like that. Thank you. Did you do the 10.2, 10.2.5 4chan leak? I already know what 10.2 is. I didn't even need a leak. I must be amazing. I think I already know what 10.2 is. I've got this theory, which in fairness, I have had since before the expansion released, and it was right. Okay, new specializations. 6 at launch. More in later patches. Oh, the Tempest leak was a website certificate, but that URL has existed since 2019 and is an internal URL they use for something. It was just renewed because that happens annually. I believe it. Okay, so no, this isn't happening, but let's read it anyway. Rogue, Bard, support. Melee support that uses dueling techniques with musical magic. I guess if they were going to just flat out do a Bard, a Rogue would be the one to do it too. I guess. You know, and why not? Now that they've kind of established, like, the support class, they could do a Bard. Everyone wants a Bard, right? People would go fucking wild if they announced a Bard and it was just like a Rogue support spec. People would go fucking wild. I think it's one of the more likely ones. Shaman, Earthwarder, tank, covered in earthen armor and using totems to taunt enemies. Demon Hunter, chaos, support. Stop trying to make Demon Hunter support class happening. It's not happening. Stop trying to make Demon Hunter support class a thing, okay? Stop it. Stop it now. Stop it. Fuck my life. I forgot. I lost my place now in all this bullshit. Here we go. Range support using runic circles and chaos magic to infuse allies with buffs. Give people what they want, Tali. No one wants this. Shaman tank, yes, people want that. Rogue Bard, yes, people want that. No one wants Demon Hunter support class because everyone knows, like, the only reason people talk about Demon Hunter support class is because it currently only has 2 specs. If it had 3 specs, no one would talk about it because it's so obviously a stupid fucking idea that has nothing to do with the class fantasy. It's so dumb. It's so stupid. It makes no sense. And literally the only reason people keep mentioning it is because they've only got 2 specs. Demon Hunter Bard would be better, yeah? Mage, Spellbreaker, support, melee support, using arcane shields and crowd control to suppress enemies. The thing that Blizz is always trying to introduce more of into the game. The thing that Blizz is always trying to make more important. Crowd control. Every single expansion, Blizz sit down and they go, you know what? Crowd control isn't important enough in this game anymore. Let's make it more important. No, they don't. Every expansion, crowd control becomes less and less important in PvE. Paladin, Zealot, support, range support, using the light to strike enemies and inspire allies. What, you mean like a Paladin? Literally, a Paladin already does that! CC was king in Dragonflight Season 1. Wait, in keys above 20. Yeah, like, it's not a thing in the game generally. I'm really sorry. And particularly compared to how the game used to be. Like, the idea, my point was they don't make it more important. They never make it more important. Like, every expansion becomes less important. Like, CC was incredibly important in the original game. And, you know, for up until about Cataclysm. Cataclysm is very important as well. At, like, every level of the game. And it's just not anymore. And that is a purposeful decision. Yeah, in high Mythic Plus over 20, which is not meant to be for the lay player, yes, you're right. It is still a thing. You're right. But I don't think that disproves my point. You needed CC in normal Cata dungeons. Yes, exactly, my point, yeah. Yes. Monk, Spirit Mender, range support using powers of Chi-Ji with red mists. 2 new renown factions. Choose one of 2 renown factions to follow on character. Determines what zones you level in. Collectibles, mounts, new races. Yeah, I feel like I could shit a better list of support classes than this. 2 new renown factions. Oh, I read that bit, sorry. 6 new races from renown. Just unlock each renown once for entire account. Oh my god. Kingdom of Elunair. I actually can't be bothered reading the rest of this, but I will because I'm committed. Oh yeah, well that's the thing. Like Cataclysm made a big deal of like the dungeons being hard again, okay? Because Group Finder came in at the end of Wrath. Everyone was like, "You've done down the game. You've made it too easy. You scum. You cucklords. Fuck you. You've ruined our game." And then they were like, "Okay, cool. Cataclysm dungeons are really hard." And everyone went, "Fuck you. You've made the game too hard. You scum. You cucklords." Because the WoW community is nothing if not consistent, right? Zhalgar, primordial ancestors of the Furbolg. Spiritual leaders of Avalorum, and converted the Titan-forged forces sent by Odin. Oh, very clever. Keeping to the whole like heretic thing. Very good. I like that. Halflings. Once earthen dwarves, the halflings. I would love it if they were called halflings. I would genuinely love it if they were called halflings. I would love it. That would be good. Yes. That would be fantastic. They were the first group to rise up against the Titans. Worship a loon. My halflings would be better than these ones. Vrykul, most recent arrival to Avaloran. These Vrykul clans embraced Druidism and created the Green Order led by King Artorius. Tribes of Yoru, Dark Troll. Where's this information coming from? Okay, Avaloran. I am so sorry. The Simir are an ape-like race who worship the lower Yoru, the silver ape. Hinted to be the original race of Azeroth. I just want you to take a second to think about that one. Can we just think about the naturally occurring like indigenous races of Azeroth? You know those cow people? You know the cow people? They evolved from apes. You know those troll people? The trolls? Yeah, the trolls. Evolved from apes, yeah. Just like, I'm not so sure. Yeah, those fox people? You know the fox people? Evolved from apes, yeah. I'm gonna put that one on the back burner for now. Right, Avaloran, here we go. 6 zones. Level through 3 depending on chosen faction. Rest unlock at max level. About 2/3 of continent unlocked at start. Other third later. Khazalgar. Yeah, sorry. The panda people? Evolved from apes. Right. Khazalgar, half above ground, other half massive underground city. Think nature like Ironforge. Sounds good. Roots of Elunahir. Underground zone with massive... Oh, wait. Elunahir is supposed to be the original world tree, right? The original world tree. Sweet. I like how they're taking recent kind of developments into account. I like that. I should have put the red spoiler bot up, everyone. I'm really sorry, but I am giving away the next expansion right here. Sorry. Tulai Island, tropical island with crystal clear lagoons and Pacific Island vibes. Mountains of the Moon, cloud forests with massive green forests and fog. Wait, as in like floating forests? Tree villages are snow-capped mountains. Oh, okay. Malahi Savannah, barrens on steroids. Elephants, zebras, hippos, and everything else. Vol'jin shows up. Odin leads an invasion force of Titanforge and other Order Lighter Line factions. Scarlet Fanatics, Lightforged Expedition, Zalatath, Aridikrong, and Ashara combine forces to combat Odin and corrupt the roots of Valuna here to awaken Azeroth. Brilliant. Fantastic. Yes, another corrupting a world tree story straight after Dragonflight would be the best. Let's do that. Sounds fantastic. Avaloran caught in the middle. Thrall, Khadgar, Jaina, Tyrande, and other heroes of Azeroth lead a rag. Okay, if anyone thinks Tyranda's going to be a main character in the next expansion, I've got disappointing news for you. You said that last time about Tyrande? Yeah, I did actually. No. Tyrande was always going to be a major force until the new world tree happened. Until the was all, and in fairness, she hasn't been a main character this expansion, I would argue. She takes a much bigger role in 10.2, but that's because, the world tree is happening, and I think that's about right. But no, she's clearly going to be, in the mix until the world tree. But she's been nowhere near as prominent this expansion as she was in the previous 3. Yeah. Fuck. Wow. But yeah, after this expansion, I'd be very surprised unless they're still doing, world tree stuff next expansion, then she'll be about, but she's not going on an adventure somewhere else. She'll be like, I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay here, fam. I think they'll give Tyrande a happy ending. Okay, so all those other heroes lead a ragtag expedition to try and save the soul of Azeroth and find allies. Hints at dreadlords led by Denathrius pulling the strings and leading to a much larger cosmic war with Azeroth as the battleground. Additional features. Dynamic flying expanded, obviously. Archaeology revamped. So here's the thing about archaeology. I'm a huge fan of archaeology. I really like it. I had lots of happy hours in Legion doing archaeology. You find me a nice bit of ground where there's archaeology happening with a nice view, like that little kind of steep bank in Azuna. A nice view, watching the sun go up or come down, doing a little bit of archaeology at the end of the day. I love that. Love that shit. Yeah, brilliant. I'm a big fan of it. However, and so I've always been a major kind of advocate for having it back, but I would say that on the assumption that they do more stuff like Secrets of Azeroth, if it's one or the other, if kind of Secrets of Azeroth stuff has replaced archaeology, I'd be okay with that. Because Secrets of Azeroth was so good, and they've said they want to make it a semi-regular kind of thing, I'd be up for that. If no archaeology is the price we have to pay for this very focused archaeology-like thing, which is like an event when it happens, I'm actually okay with that. I'd be down for it. Yeah, okay, so, well, no, this is obviously not true either. Obviously a fake. Obviously all of these are, right? Remnants of the Black Empire. Again, no information. Oh, this is obviously just a guess. It's someone who's done 230 posts on this fucking forum. I'm not even going to read that one. It's not worthy. It's not worthy. World of Warcraft, Fall of the Titans. Sources tell me how it will play out. This is very important. If you want me to read your expansion leak from MMO Champion on stream, you have to at least claim that it's come from sources, okay? You have to at least claim that it's come from sources. That's very important. You have to at least maintain the air of suspension of disbelief here. I will suspend my disbelief and I will read it. But you gotta sell it to me in that, right? And one post. Yeah, it's gotta be one post. Sources tell me this is how it's gonna play out. I mean, already sounds more legit than any other one we've read today. During the Dragonflight pre-patch, the red glow in the sky vanishes. Well, we've had the Dragonflight pre-patch last year and that didn't happen, so this has already been proven wrong. It's a long fucking leak, this one. It's already been proven wrong. It obviously means the 11.0 pre-patch. Obviously. Doesn't fill me with confidence they've got that wrong. Like, I know what they mean. Still, doesn't fill me with confidence. Like, you know, my English literature teacher can misspell the word Shakespeare. I know what they mean, just doesn't fill me with confidence. Okay, during the 11.0 pre-patch, the red glow in the sky vanishes. By the red glow, they mean Argus, right? They mean like the red star from when Argus disappeared, yeah. The moon has turned black. Well, that's true. Night Elf NPCs state they feel Elune is in pain. The weather on Azeroth is erratic with heavy... This is too flowery. I don't believe sources told you this. Okay, if you're friends with like Ian Hazakostis on fucking Discord or, you know, some disgruntled employee or whatever, and they tell you what the next you're like, what's the next expansion? Can you tell me? And they're like, I shouldn't tell you, but okay. They don't go, picture the scene. The moon has turned black. Night Elf NPCs state they feel Elune in pain. The weather on Azeroth is erratic with heavy... No, they're like... It's old gods. They're like, it's Dragon Isles, you know? It's going to be dragon flying. It's going to be Tuskar. Like, that's what sources tell you. No one says this fucking shit when they're telling you a leak. Fucking no one. I should also mention that you no longer see the stars in the sky. The cinematic begins with the Titans from previous expansions fighting with Sargeras. One by one, we see the Titans fall, with Sargeras standing over their dead bodies. The cinematic ends with Sargeras infusing Illidan with greater power and is told to recruit anyone that will follow as the Great War has begun. Started by Sargeras. The question during all of this is why? Why Illidan is so willing to help his enemy. Apparently, the 8 items data mined, Fell Bikes and Dreadlord armor, have something to do with the pre-patch event and will either be offered as a reward or a trading post item prior to the expansion launch. Yeah, I think it's probably quite likely there'll be trading post items, yeah. There will definitely be Void involvement, but also expect to see Dreadlords as well. Apparently, Iridikron has allied himself with anyone, Void included, that will kill Titans and Titan constructs. Bitch, I'll kill him. Dude, I'll kill him. Team up with me. I'll fucking kill him. I've killed him before. I can kill him. If Iridikron really wants to team up with anyone that can kill a fucking Titan, call me. I've killed 2. At least. Wait a minute. I beat Agrimar. And I beat... Argus twice, so that's 3. Any more? Who else have we beaten? At least 3. Yeah, easy. Fucking easy it was. One of them wasn't even a final boss. One of them was in a quest scenario. Team up with me, Ridicron. There will definitely... Oh, sorry. Expect to run multiple dungeons and raids where we either try to help the Titans or attack them. I mean, that would tend to be the 2 options. As the players, we are now involved in a fight with no clear enemy. Yeah, all the best fucking WoW expansions have no clear enemy. Oh, sorry, just losing the will to stay awake. As the Titans' forces have begun to attack anyone and any race they perceive as a threat, such as orcs previously aligned with Sargeras. This basically creates chaos among the factions, as all races are confused as to what is going on and why their gods are attacking each other or abandon them completely. Valor tokens have returned as the main currency. A new race, Red Fell Orcs. Players can now choose to play on a faction outside of their respective alliance horde, while still remaining attached for gameplay purposes. This new faction will generally be a lot darker than the other 2, allowing you to play as Dreadlords, Fell Orcs, undead Sylvanas loyalists. Well, someone hasn't seen the Sylvanas loyalist ending to the Forsaken Heritage Armor questline, have they? Given the nature of the chaotic conflict, it will allow raids to be tailored to fight evil factions. What? The new zones have been kept a secret until BlizzCon. Dude, my friend, my contact who works at Blizz, tell me about the next expansion. Yes, I will. Very quickly, just as we're raiding together, right? Okay, I'll tell you what I know about the next expansion, okay? Here we go. Picture, if you will, the moon has turned black. Night Elf NPCs state they feel Alune is in pain. And then like paragraphs of flowery descriptive language about the story. And you're like, wow, thank you, Discord friend who knows all about what's happening in Blizz. What are the zones? Oh, they're a secret. I know enough about the story and setup of this expansion to write a fucking, like, Homerian epic poem about it. But don't ask me what the fucking zones are, mate. They're a secret. Holy fuck. And, like, also, the zones are the hardest bit to keep secret because so many people work on them. Jesus fucking Christ. Sources also tell me the general feel is Blizzard wants to return to a darker tone of the story. This I can believe. I mean, so for a start, it would not be difficult to be a darker tone of story than Dragonflight, right? It wouldn't be hard at all. So I think by kind of definition, the story of next expansion is going to be darker than Dragonflight, without it even needing to be like particularly dark, you know? Like I can guarantee you that's going to be the headline of lots of YouTube videos after the reveal. It'll be like, wow, goes back to the war is back in Warcraft. Shit like that. And I think that's valid, honestly. You know? Oh, yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, you've got to remember that kind of like 30% of the time, the whole make WoW dark and bring back the war into Warcraft is not, not the majority of the time. Like I'm saying, a minority of the time, but a not insignificant minority of the time, saying that you want WoW to be darker and edgier and bring the war back and stuff and more mature or what have you, is basically a dog whistle for, there's too much woke. Like basically, I just want the war back in World of Warcraft, and also to get rid of all the brown elves. And like that is a dog whistle that exists. You do see it a lot. It does happen. It's understandable why people get defensive when they hear people say that. I'm not saying it's what most people mean when they say that, but it's a definite potential dog whistle that exists. I want both. Blizzard wants to return to a darker tone of story. You feel it's gotten a bit too timid. They really want to return to their roots with different things going on in the world that's not necessarily tied to one event theme. I think a strong event theme is incredibly important. So here's the thing. I want a big war next expansion. I really want a big war. Like, don't forget, right? So Shadowlands had a very strong theme, although I don't think they did it very well. But, its straight up fight wasn't great. Like, you were going to, don't forget why you went into the Shadowlands in the first place. The reason you went into the Shadowlands was to rescue the Planeteers. You went into the Shadowlands specifically to rescue Thrall, Bane, Jaina, and Anduin. And the story kind of developed from there. Which is fine, but you know what's better? Fucking war. The beginning of BFA felt very exciting. The beginning of Legion felt very exciting. When people are running around Orgrimmar and Stormwind, and they're getting all the forces together, and there's weapon racks everywhere, and there's like soldiers doing drills and stuff, and everyone's like, holy shit, it is kicking off over there. Let's go. And then you go to the Broken Shore, and it felt like, it's like we have to attack them right now. Just how BFA was launched, just how Legion was launched. I loved all that. Thought it was really, really good. And yes, Dragonflight absolutely misses that. But if Dragonflight had come after BFA or Shadowlands, I don't think people would be so down on the lack of that stuff in Dragonflight, to be honest. I feel like if Dragonflight had come in its entirety after BFA or Legion, people would actually be really, really glad of the kind of tone that Dragonflight takes. I think it's fine anyway, by the way. I'm not into all the criticism of, Dragonflight's less high stakes tone. I think the stakes are plenty high, but I get it. I understand the criticism, but I don't necessarily agree. When I say I don't agree with it, that's not quite the right wording. I don't necessarily feel it myself. I don't disagree with it as a criticism. I think it's a valid criticism. I understand it. I just don't feel it. And I think, Dragonflight's a very good expansion. People like it. But even more than that, I think it will age very well. Everyone looks back with a certain amount of rose-tinted spectacles to old expansions, but assuming the game keeps going and doesn't shut down or what have you, and assuming that the next expansion is a much kind of higher stakes war and fighting expansion, which I hope it is, don't get me wrong. Assuming all that, I think people will look back at Dragonflight and be like, holy shit, that expansion was just like, do you know what? It was so nice just to be exploring, and it was a very contained story, and, it was high stakes, but didn't feel super high stakes. And, looking back, the whole kind of story of the expansion was the rebirth of the World Tree. Yes, such a vibe. Exactly. Totally. It's that Chill Break expansion that people were asking for decades. And, now it's happened and people are starting to kick their heels a bit after the tremendous, for people who were playing it. I'm not talking player numbers here, but for people who were playing it, people loved Dragonflight. And, started to go down in people's estimations a bit now because it's like, yo, where's all the fighting and war and shit? And that's fair enough. I get it. But I think they'll look back on it as fondly as literally any other expansion. I think they'll look back on it and they'll be like, you know what? Those were the good fucking times. Because what's going to happen is you'll get some quest to go back. Well, I think you'll spend quite a lot of time in Dragon Isles anyway. It'll become the new player zone. I feel like they see Dragonflight as the stepping stone to the new style of WoW, right? All goes according to plan, and the new style is working out pretty well for them. So, and also I can see Dragonflight being the de facto new player leveling experience in the same way that BFA is now. And how if you're a new player, you have to level through BFA. I think it's going to be Dragonflight, obviously, after this expansion, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it be Dragonflight for ages afterwards, for expansions and expansions afterwards, because it's such an obvious one for new players, right? It takes them to this place, they get to play through the story of the World Tree being kind of reborn and stuff like that. They learn dragon riding and get to practice it loads, which is a system which is going to keep on going. So I think it will be the standard leveling experience for new players for the foreseeable future. And that's no bad thing either. I think that's a really, really good thing. And so I think we will see lots of Dragonflight, but there's going to be a time when you're sent back to Dragonflight, either because you're going to the World Tree or some shit, or there'll be some random quest where you have to go and find Alex Strauss or whatever and talk to her about something. And, you'll just zone into, you'll go through the portal hall in your capital, and you'll go to Valdrakken, and you'll walk out and you'll mount up and you'll just start flying over the waking shores or whatever. And that fucking Ruby Dragon Shrine music will kick in the do 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 ba 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 boom 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 boom. That'll kick in and you'll just be like, oh my God. Holy fuck, this was awesome. I missed this. Oh my God. Oh, fuck my life. This is incredible. And you'll just say that for hours, and then you'll tweet about it and be like, I went to Dragon Isles today and it blew my mind. those were the days. Honestly, that's all I know. Maybe I don't know shit. You decide. I've decided, Insider Bob, you don't know shit. World of Warcraft, Fall of the Titans. Oh, it's the same one. 11.0, World of Warcraft, Rising Tide of the Void. World of Warcraft, Rising Tide of the Void. Announcing World of Warcraft's next expansion, Rising Tide of the Void. I've just seen Alliance Murlocs, and I'm not going to read the rest of it. Definitely real leak. World of Warcraft 11.0. Echoes of Eternity. I need... At the end of the day, I'm not even going to read a leak now unless it's like claiming to be from real sources. I'm not even going to read one anymore unless it claims to be from real sources. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. This is going to be a huge expansion. Unlike any other seen before. The sheer amount of work put into this is mind-blowingly huge. The early development started mid-BFA, and now 2 full teams, including the one joined Blizzard around Shadowlands, are working on this new expansion alone. Graphical update, asset upgrade, new assets, spell reworks, spell visual updates, clothing updates with better details. Regular mobs improve visually and combat-wise, give more challenge and fun. Some of the old enemies are not fully gone, rather upgraded. Think of Tigers and STV with better animation. Bleed spell. You are going to be mind-blown by the atmosphere of Stranglethorn Vale, Botherwa. Monsoon-like rain. Amazing. The expansion is also made for new returning players who haven't played in years rather than just current players. At last. Again, there's far too much effort put into this leak. It's clearly not real, right? There's no claim that it's from anywhere, and it's far too in-depth. But whatever, man. The main goal is to let the player experience the old world again as new, just like the people who played vanilla. Just like the people who played vanilla? Resurrect Azeroth as players don't play on old content maps like post-Cataclysm Azeroth or Outland anymore. Yeah, good. Sorry, good. I'm sorry. Look, dude, I love Chris Metzen as much as the next guy, right? But if Chris Metzen gets up on the fucking stage and is like, I know what you all want, guys. I know what you've been begging for more than ever, more than anything else. We're going to be reusing those old Outland maps from TBC. I'm going to fucking throw something at him. If that's his announcement, if he's like, at last, a return to old Outland, dude, whatever I've got to hand, whether it be a chair or my phone or my child, I'm throwing that at his fucking head. I'm not. That's sorry, clearly a joke. I would never do violence to Chris Metzen. I couldn't anyway, because anything I threw at him would be melted by the field of charisma that he has around him the whole time. It would hit the charisma atmosphere and just burn up before it ever got anywhere near him. So you can't do fucking violence to Chris Metzen anyway. Not that anyone would ever want to. Sorry, it was a silly joke. You should never joke about violence. I'm sorry, I take it back. But I would boo. I would boo. I would go, boo that man! Boo! Boo that man! And someone next to me would be like, I don't think you should boo Chris Metzen. And I'd be like, motherfucker said we're going back to old Outland. And then everyone would be like, oh shit, yeah, boo that man! Yeah. And when I started booing, Chris Metzen would just go, ooh, and a stone fist would come out the ground and grab me. And then he'd be like, you made me do this. And electrocute me with lightning. Slow the gameplay down a bit. No. And let the players immerse themselves. Look, I gotta say, something that Dragonflight does very well is give you content that you can, slow down and just do. Like, the daily kind of content in Dragonflight, especially at launch, which is when you do it mostly anyway, was fucking brilliant. So good. You know, I was always convinced Dragonflight was going to be a good expansion because of how good 9.2 was and how improved 9.2 was from the rest of Shadowlands. And then, you know, when I interviewed Ian Hazacostas and Steve Denuza, and they told me what I wanted to hear with regards to account-wide stuff and what have you. I was convinced it was going to be a good expansion then, but obviously I still need to see it with my own eyes. So when I got into the alpha of Dragonflight, it took me like a very short amount of time to realize that Dragonflight was an absolute fucking banger. Absolute fucking banger. But, so I remember the exact moment I realized dragon flying was so good. And I remember the exact moment I was like, this expansion is actually brilliant. And it was literally when I was doing the fishing quests for the Tuskar. I was literally on the PTR doing fishing quests for the Tuskar, and it was into beta by then because I remember the music was playing. Just like, dum dum, do 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 do, like the chill fucking Waking Shores music where you're doing the Tuskar fishing quests, and I was just like, this fucking rocks. This is so great. I love this. I don't think he means less content, but more quality. Not sure about the context of that. People who level mostly use dungeons and everything is scattered story-wise. He's saying that's a bad thing, right? The expansion is going to change that. Fast travel, teleport, etc. Everyone is running. This is going to be Wait, everyone's running? I don't think this motherfucker's played Dragonflight. The revamp includes the dungeons to accommodate the story. You will see a really good revamped Dead Mines and Wailing Caverns with new routes and some old bosses. Oh, please no. Can I just say, no, I don't want that. I don't want that. No. The upgraded dungeons will require to play as a team. Unlike Dungeons Now, which, famously you just go in solo, right? I feel like whoever wrote this leak hasn't actually played WoW in about 8 years. I feel like whoever wrote this leak, I feel like Alex Sensual or someone wrote this leak. The upgraded dungeons will require to play as a team, and each group of encounter can be fought differently. Good combat is also tactical, not just pulling everything together and use AoE. Some fights are going to be like that, though. None of that fucking pulling stuff and the AoEing it shit, except when it is. The uniqueness of each class should come out similarly to classic era. Classes were shit and unbalanced in very unique ways back in those days, it's true. The goal here is your one button that you press is completely unique from the one button that I press. The goal here is to utilize all of your spells. Mage using sheep. Mage have sheep? Rogue using sap? Rogues have sap? Coming back along with new CC and combat spells. Each character should give their uniqueness to the party. Fucking revolutionary idea. Dear ChatGT, I don't even know what the letters are in ChatGTP. Write me a WoW expansion leak in the style of someone that's only ever seen adverts for WoW on the TV but never played it. Some quality of life features removed. No, sorry. Write me a WoW expansion leak in the style of someone that has only ever watched WoW YouTube but never played the game. This leak was written by someone that's literally never played WoW, but for some reason has watched loads and loads of WoW YouTube over the years. Never fucking touched the game, but it's for some unknown reason, just addicted to WoW YouTube. Each character, hub quests are back to make towns, inns like Crossroad, Gadgetan livid and meaningful again. Okay, I know it's just a typo, but it's a really fucking funny typo. The problem with quest hubs is they're not livid enough. Yo, got any quests for me? Fuck you! Fuck off! Just do the fucking quest! And this motherfucker's there at last, now I'm getting those WoW feels. Sorry, wait. Since when has WoW not had quest hubs? Since when has WoW not had I'm sorry, this guy's never fucking played the game. Sorry, like, did you level through Dragonflight and were like, where are the fucking quest hubs, fam? Where have they gone? I don't even know. Haven't even done a quest. Where are the quest hubs? Yeah, like, fucking Chris Metzen on the stage, like, quest hubs are back. Everyone's like, yay, what? Holy fuck. Sorry. The town should be a place, again, where players rest to recover for the next battle rather than a going through place. Dude's never played an expansion long enough to get to the capital city. I'm so confused. This guy, does he know he's talking about WoW? This person has never played WoW before. There are, of course, new zones. Of course. One of them is a conflict between groups of factions. Fucking revolutionary. with war effort like gameplay, with resources and territorial contests, some PvE and PvP elements. With rewards. Dudes, I didn't believe it until he told me there were rewards. Even to the losing team, even though not as good. This is written by a child. This is like, you know, when you're a kid, right? And you're a fucking kid, so you write a story and it's got like the most bullshit shit in it. You think you're a fucking genius for writing this incredible story, and it's something like, you know, you write a detective story and the detective's like, I went to go and see the suspect. The suspect told me he wasn't a liar and that he hadn't killed his wife. And I was tossing a coin as I was talking to him. And I left the coin on the table and I said, I'm going out to get a drink. I'll be back to interrogate you more in a minute. And then I left the room. And then when I came back, the coin was missing. And that's when I knew that motherfucker killed his wife, because he stole the coin, which means he's a liar and a criminal. And you're sitting there and you're like 9. I think I literally wrote that story when I was 9, right? And I was sitting there as a 9-year-old like, that story is fucking incredible. That story is like, I have just revolutionized fucking writing. Yeah? And like, obviously it's terrible and bad, and that's what this is. New class, Chronomancer, tank, DPS, and healer. The art of time. Like a magician. Of course, there will be a new class. Chronomancer, tank, DPS, healer. He's kind of, what's the best way to describe him? He's kind of like, a magician. Speed up, slow down, or even rewind time in battles, affecting both themselves and their enemies. Make sure you mitigate damage like it didn't happen to you. Speed up your damage through buffs or recover past. New class, Tinkerer. Tank, DPS, healer, the art of machinery. Use your bodysuit like a mech. Use your turrets and gadgets to DPS and dispensers and droners to heal DPS. With the healing of Azeroth, some old enemies' elements also get renewed energy and see an opportunity refuel their power. Get to know more about Anduin and Sylvanas. At last! At last! Thank God! I've waited all this time, and at last, an expansion focused on fucking Sylvanas and Anduin. Thank God. Isn't it what we've been asking for all of this time? This is what WoW's been missing. Dungeons where you work as a team, and Anduin and Sylvanas, and quest hubs and magicians. At last, the Anduin content we've been begging for. New enemies upon us stronger, and I feel like this person was getting very tired at this point. New enemies upon us stronger and darker than before. They whisper, oh yeah, they whistle more like, in earring tone behind the dark, surrounded by chaotic energy. Also more dwarves because we need more. Now that is a baller way to end an expansion leak. Listen, I've got to hand it to them. That is a baller. Like, I was not into this expansion at all. Now I'm 1000% into it. He's right. Don't boo him. He's right. Like, dude just fucking dropped the mic at the end there. Yeah. Who is Borval? Any more? Any more for any more? Shall I refresh the forum? One sec. I want you to write a good leak. I've tried. I'm not very good at writing leaks, honestly. I get caught up in. I do it badly too. I get caught up in the detail, which is not what you're supposed to do for a good leak. Good leaks are very low on detail, but with believable broad strokes, right? World of Warcraft, Tempest, see you all in Kazagar. Wait. Scene double leak? Okay, I didn't realize what that title meant, but I know now. Okay, at least this person's claiming some inside knowledge, right? I am one of the dubbers of one of the companies subcontracted to Blizzard. Pretty sure Blizzard do their own dubbing. Oh, I guess it could be like localization, I guess. In the images I have deleted, my employee number... Oh, there are images? Show us the images. Someone else show me the images so I don't have to go to the fucking pages. Wait, do I want to show this on my stream without checking it first? The answer is no. No, I don't. 1 second. Guys, I know that today we've looked at a lot of fake leaks, okay? I know that by now you're probably thinking to yourself... At this point, there's no point looking at these leaks. Like, clearly none of them are real. It's all bullshit. I'm wasting my life. And I agree. That has been the case up until now. My friends, I hope you're willing to see something very... I'm one of the dubbers of one of the companies subcontracted by Blizzard. In the images, I have deleted my employee number and I have distorted them because they have internal watermarks to identify us. This week, they sent us the scripts and texts that we have to do each one for the different versions, one per language, of the cinematics of this BlizzCon. I don't know anything about features or things that the expansion will bring, not even its name. The part of the logo doesn't reach the dubbing companies because it doesn't have a voice before showing its cinematic is cut. The only thing I can talk about is the texts that have been written for us, and some of them, I can't specify which, are mine because I would identify myself. The texts are not in order or have relation with scenes and images. Male baritone voice. I tried to warn of what lay beyond the treacherous waves. And still you denied me. Female voice, semi-shouting. Your face does not sound familiar, stranger. It's all going so well. Be careful with your words! Male voice. You have brought fears to our shores that even our ancestors had forgotten. Why? Here are the images I mentioned. See you November the 3rd. Are you ready for this? There are 3. World of Warcraft. Hagrid. Look, I just appreciate that they've gone to the effort to actually include some, like, the approach they've taken is very different from leaks we've seen before. I really like this lie of working for a dubbing company. I think that's great. It's not how dubbing companies work, but I just love that they've done it. Well done them. That's what I say. And I love that they've made these like, if you're going to distort the words anyway because there's identifying marks on them, why wouldn't you just put a black box around and like over where the internal watermarks are and stuff? Yeah, A+ for creativity. And joking aside, even though this is clearly fake, even though this is definitely fake, out of all of the leaks we've read today, this is the most real. This is the most likely to be real. If any of the leaks we've read today turned out to be real, it would be this one. But the thing is, I can still read the words. Like, if these letters and numbers are meaningful and can identify them, I can still read them. Like, I can still read these. Well, I mean, so I think this cinematic also is 2 hours long. Milliseconds, seconds, minutes, hours. There are 4 sections on this time code. Am I going mad here? Surely that means it's 2 hours. They did say, wow, we'll have a lot of time this BlizzCon. I think the words aren't identifying, but there could be non-visual watermarking. Yes, very true. Yeah, no, this is 2 hours. This cinematic is 2 hours long. I'm a bit disappointed we only got 3 lines from it, to be honest. You'd have thought, with a 3-hour cinematic, you might have got more than 3 lines out of it that you could share. Yeah, no, well, I mean, this is Hagrid. This is World of Warcraft Hagrid. And don't get me wrong, I'd be well up for it. I'd be extremely up for it. And, you know, it's playing to a lot of the stuff that people think already. I could, you know, hey. But yeah, the whole 2-hour cinematic thing kind of is a red flag, I guess. Like, do you think Chris Metzen's going to come out at BlizzCon and he's just going to like repeat the Final Fantasy XIV disclaimer? It's like, when I reveal this expansion, multiple cutscenes will play one after the other. Maybe go for a bio. Make sure you're not doing anything for the next couple of hours. Outland. Wow. Okay, I mean, look. Cool, man. I like it. I'm down. Nice effort, but AI is so noticeable on the dwarf. That is true, actually. You're not leaking anything if it's so blurred we can't see anything. No, kudos for this leak. Do you know what? If all leaks were as good as this one, my job would be so much more fun. Legitimately. Like, I don't even want to criticize this. I didn't even want to make fun of this one. If all fake leaks were like this, I'd be having so much more fun. 100%. I don't know if I'll play the next expansion. No, me neither. Looks shit from everything we've seen today. WoW retail YouTubers seem to be depressed. Oh, shit. Overall, the viewership has went downhill for many only WoW retail YouTubers. Yes, definitely. I think they've gone down for classic YouTubers as well. But no, you're right. Quite right. They definitely have. One is always moaning about how WoW is shit and his feedback might make it better. That sounds like me. Others seem to think that Chris Metzen is back I mean, I think he is back, yeah. And he will magically resolve everything. Me too, I think that. Another hates current PvP system. Yeah, that's me. All of these are me. When I check the comments, many are just doomers, etc., etc. Me. In comparison, there are WoW classic YouTubers, and they seem to enjoy the older game more. I actually enjoy watching them too. My personal take on this, just play other games, unless you're playing classic, in which case, well done. Many of them stick to retail and are always negative. How can you live like this? Jeez, it's true. Retail YouTubers well known for being more negative than classic. No, it's true. I think the moaning about shit. I mean, look, people have always moaned about WoW. People moaned about WoW through Legion, and they're moaning about it now through Dragonflight. It is what it is. But you're right, views are down on WoW content across the board. That's definitely true. And I'm depressed about that, for sure. Removing borrowed power is a mistake. I partially agree. Does Dragonflight feel a bit soulless? Yes, needs more anima. Warcraft Chronicles. Oh, is this the Netflix show? A Netflix series. Warcraft Chronicles, Netflix, coming 2024. I don't know if it's true. Got over Facebook page and said it got over WoW Reforged. Got it from a Facebook page.